The Palmetto State Armory AK-47 coming up. Hey guys, this is Johnny with PewPewTactical.com, your definitive source for gun reviews, gear guides, and all things that go bang. Now, we all know Palmetto State Armory. They're known for affordable and made-in-America guns and parts. A while back, they jumped over into the AK-47 market, and with the early models, there was some things that worked, but also some things that needed to be tweaked. Now, fast forward to today, and we have the GF3. It's the third generation from PSA, and by all accounts, it looks like they got it right. Now, I've got for you a full review. I'm going to show you my experience. We'll do the specs and we'll get it out to the range. But I want you comrades to know right up front that this is my first deep dive into the AK world. So, if there's things that I missed, or if you've got thoughts on this rifle, jump down in the comment section and let us know. We read every single comment from you rascals. I'm also going to put a ton of links down in the description, and also a link over to the PewPewTactical.com website for a companion article. Now, if you're already on our website, you know the drill. Look up above, down below. There's a ton of stuff in there to help you out. The Milsurp and the AK purists are going to say that the only option to get AKs is from the old communist bloc countries. I totally get that. But a lot of folks like me prefer to buy American-made firearms when we can, but they're also AK curious. I certainly am. So Palmetto State Armory has stepped into the market. Now, up first are the specs. The PSAK-47 newest generation is the GF3. Overall, it is 10 plums long, and it of course fires a 7.62 by 39 round and features a stamped steel receiver. The barrel is 4150 with a 1 and 9.5 inch twist. Now, most importantly, and this is where the GF3 shines, on the new generation, instead of cast parts, the rifle has a forged trunnion, a forged bolt, and a forged carrier. Now, a lot of folks were excited about this when PSA switched over to forging their own trunnions. Yeah, it really is a big deal. Now, on first look, what stands out the most is the Magpul furniture. It has a Magpul Mo handguard and a Mo grip for Mo grip, and it's got the Zhukov style folding stock that is adjustable. They put the Magpul Mo name with the Zhukov name, and they're calling it the Mokov rifle. Now, at this point, Milsurp guy is going to say, actually, it's pronounced Zhukov. Well, Vladimir, this is America, and I'm going to be calling it the Mokov. All of the furniture is polymer. I got the plum color, it's okay. But you can also get the classic wood finish as well as other styles and other colors of polymer, lots of different options. The folding stock is fantastic. It's adjustable and it clicks firmly into place both open and closed. But when folded, you can still operate the rifle. I think that for me was really, really cool to see. And I also enjoyed transporting the rifle when it was folded. I thought it made a difference in transport. Now, I know cosmetics don't really matter, but right out of the box, I think it looks fantastic. What it comes with is the big PSA padded box. Y'all got lots of those in your garage like I do. Also some stickers and some paperwork and one 30-round PMAG. The nitride finish on mine was smooth and had an even coverage, so for me that was pretty cool to see. Now, it has a scope rail on the side. That's a great feature. I added the Midwest Industries scope mount. It locked right on, easy peasy. Now, I'll put a link down in the description so you can check out that scope mount for yourself. Up front is the classic style AK slant brake, and the sights are typical steel. Post in the front and an 800-yard adjustable steel sight in the back. Okay, let's talk about the price. Affordability is what PSA is known for. They do almost everything in-house, which is a huge savings for me and you. The price can vary, and PSA has a lot of sales, but right now you can find the GF3 somewhere in the $575 to $600 range. But the challenge here is, can you find them? They do get snatched up quickly when they do become available, so keep that in mind. Okay, babushkas, let's get this out to the range. For this test, I did nothing to it. It came right out of the box and straight to the range. I fed it mag after mag of both steel and brass. Now, tons of Tula ammo, of course, but some PPU, some Hornady Black, and some BNS. I know that I'm supposed to tell you at this point about misfires and misfeeds, all those things that happen on a brand new rifle, but to be honest, I had absolutely zero problems. Now, I know I only tested this with one single mag, and after 3 trips to the range, I can tell you this, 500 rounds, no problems whatsoever. The rifle, at least mine, is rock solid. It works, it runs great. Maybe without exaggeration, it's one of the most reliable rifles that I've ever experienced, at least in the first 25 boxes of ammunition. Still got a long way to go. I want to get up into the thousands of rounds, but we'll see. The trigger is okay. It's about 4 pounds. It's got a little bit of take up, and it hits a clear wall. And I do like the positive reset. You can feel it and hear it clearly. Accuracy wise, it was more than fine for me. Now, I didn't go out past 50 yards for this initial test, but boy, I shot it well. The pick you're seeing here is with iron sights, not bad at all if I do say so myself. Overall, I shot it in the 2 MOA range, but to be fair, I know that I can't do that at a real distance with my old eyesight. But AKs are not exactly known for their accuracy. Operating the GF3, it's smooth, the bolt and the action feels really good to me, and the selector switch is easy to locate and to operate. So at the range, for me, it was really easy to use. The worst, and this is to be expected on the AK platform, I use a heavy cheek weld and I get a lot of feedback into my face with this rifle, but that's to be expected with an AK. Now, here's what I like about the rifle. I mentioned the stock, and boy, I was genuinely surprised with what a difference I felt that being able to adjust the stock made for me, especially with my big frame. I also like being able to add a red dot sight to it, but to be honest, I really like the iron sights. It was fun to shoot it old school. Now, if you're like me and you're new to the AK platform, I have 2 strong recommendations for you. First, buy more magazines. I forgot what it's like to go to the range with only 1 mag, so if you get the GF3, do yourself a favor and buy oodles of them. Second, at least for me, I do recommend that you spend some time on the platform. I have 0 muscle memory with these hands, and so it took a little bit of time for me to get used to working with it at the range, at least without thinking about it and thinking what I was doing with my hands. Now, let me tell you about the drawbacks with the GF3, other than the fact that it wasn't used to overthrow some small European country. Like all AK-47, the ergonomics are a little bit of a challenge. Old Kalashnikov designed these to be fired by little people, so for a cave troll like me to get a hold of one, it's not really that comfortable, although like I said, the adjustable stock did help. And while I did enjoy the steel sights, the groove in the rear sight for me was too small, and the black on black of the nitride finish made it a little bit hard for me to see, at least in low light situations. Also, keep in mind that it does not come with a cleaning rod. Now, I want to end with a question for you. I know there's a lot of ways that you can customize an AK, but what should I do next? Should I put on a new brake or maybe a trigger? I'm kind of leaning towards a trigger. Those of y'all with AK experience, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, at least for this rifle, I want to get the round count up into the thousands and also gain some muscle memory for me with the AK platform. But overall for me, I do like it, especially at this price point, and it's made in America. What do you think? We'd love to hear your opinion. Sound off down below. On behalf of the entire Pew Pew Tactical team, I'm Johnny. We'll see you soon.